All right. We are so back. We are incredibly live. How are we doing, everybody? It's me. It's Gleb. We in mission control. We getting ready for the day. So today, we're going to go to orbit is the plan. We finished both of our starting contracts last time. Probably a lot of X-Plane stuff as well. So, yeah. We're gonna do some exciting stuff today. Probably, maybe kill some Kerbals. I mean, it's, certainly possible. Anyway, let's go to the scene, and Gleb will appear. Hello, it's me, Gleb. This is so dumb, but it's kind of fun. All right, let's get that music the right volume. Do we think that or that? We'll try that for now. Alrighty, so we left off with completing our first two programs, and we just took on the early satellites program. So, we have to start working towards this. Our deadline is 1959, October. We should be able to smash that, I would hope. But right now, our biggest thing is our research. We do not have anywhere near enough research done at this stage of the game that we should have. So we are going to try to save some money and do some easy X-Plane stuff. Get some of those contracts out of the way while we are waiting on our research to complete. And we'll also probably make our, what do you call it? Our orbital launch pad pretty soon. Because we can have that built before we actually have like the rocket complete. And it's good to have that building in the background. Oh, before I do this, I need to purchase the upgraded cockpit. Because we would like to have our X-Planes thing. Sorry. So let's buy that upgraded cockpit. It's here. It's the X2 cockpit. This will let us go up to 75 kilometers. Which is very big for our X-Plane stuff. Our research queue is really good. Like, we have everything researching we need. It's just not happening fast enough. Now, again, we are purchasing researchers, and we have a shit ton of money coming in. So it might not be the end of the world. But we definitely need to lock in on that. So, I think we're pretty much just going to use the OSHA's Worst Nightmare again. With some changes. So first of all, biggest thing, we need to upgrade the cockpit. So just like that, we have the X2 cockpit, so we can go up to 75 kilometers, which is big for the program. And then these engines, I think I can get, well, also, is this aluminum yet? It is aluminum. Okay. So there is a pressure-fed version of this engine. Or no, a pump-fed version so we don't have to use high-pressure tanks anymore. It's right here. I don't really see a reason for us not to use it. Or we can use the gimbaling one. Which has, yeah, I mean, it'll give us better control as we get higher up. I think we're going to go with the pressure-fed, or the not pressure-fed one. Because that lets us use a regular fuselage. Which should give us, like, way more performance on this vehicle. Do we need 3 of them? I think yes. I think 3 of them is still a good choice. Is our center... Yep, all of our centers look good. So, we just got to retool it a little bit. And then we also need to redo the hangar, it looks like. Because we don't have the right amount of propellants. So let's retool the hangar and leave this for now. Okay, that'll be done in 2 days. We're still making boatloads of money. I can actually do that at max speed. It does not affect anything. So let's get that done with quickly, so we can start building up our new vehicle. Get that in the queue. Should we call it something other than OSHA's Worst Nightmare? Or do we like that name? I don't know. I kind of like the name, but I feel like there could be something funnier. Yeah, it's fine. We are also going to change the science. I think... Yeah, I think we want Mach 2 flight on this now. Because we've pretty much maxed out our supersonic science. So we'll do that. Is there anything else we need to do before we build this thing? Nope, that should be it. All right, that's added to the integration list. So that should be done in no time. We'll put the max amount of engineers that we can on it, so we can have 55 maximum. We'll just put all of them on it for now. It's not really a big cost in doing that. It's going to take 86 days to build that. Is there anything else we can be doing? I guess we can launch one of our sounding with the biocapsules on it. My father is calling me. Give me one moment, chat. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, we have added a Gleb 1 bio to the building queue, which is fantastic. We do need to put staff onto that, so we'll put 17, which is the maximum. That should only take, yeah, 34 days. And while we're doing this, the whole time we are also auto-hiring researchers. So, that is good. We will warp to that being done. See, our research is really accelerating now. We would like, I was about to say, we would like to have the 1956, 1957 orbital rocketry done like towards the beginning of 1955. Right now it's at the end, but that's not really that bad. We're doing pretty good on that. All right, let's do a little launch, shall we? Get to daytime and let's send it. So again, this is just a little tiny sounding rocket. Not a very exciting launch, but it will serve the purposes that it is required of it. All right, send it. Pretty much nothing on this rocket will be used past this point. Maybe the Araby will. So maybe it's still good that we're getting flight data on the Araby. But that first stage engine is, we're going to leave that behind in the sounding error because I am very sick of it. Do you guys think Gleb is bigger today? Getting Gleb's position to be the same every stream is like proving more difficult than I thought it would have been. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Anyway, so far so good on the launch. Not a lot to talk about, unfortunately. Once we get out of our Q penalty zone, we will hit our Araby, which is going to be like now, ullage, and ignition. Good ignition on the Araby. We don't want this thing to go too high up. We want to spend more time in the lower atmosphere this time, because that's where the most science that we're missing is. See? So we're going to go to like 150 and then just cut the Araby. 150 might even be pushing it, but I think we do still have a little bit of in-space science to do. So this should give us a good amount of time ticked off of this science. Not quite as much as we would have liked, but... Oh, and yeah, actually, never mind. So in space, we're completely done. So we need to just send these not even out of the atmosphere. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so we'll need one more of these. But if we do it right, it'll be fine. Boom. It's kind of cool seeing it hit the atmosphere like that and suddenly have all that drag. Alright, and shoot. Time warp. And I think we said we can go 12x on this. Yeah, we can. So that's kind of cool. It's a little nicer. These launches are not the most exciting thing in the world, but we need to get them done just to have this biocapsule science complete. Because that is our last like big science thing that we can be doing besides the X-Plane stuff. Is it going to stand up this time? Oh, no. Okay. Recovery. We lose the engine every time we recover it, and it's like it's such a cheap engine that I just don't care enough to put more parachutes on it. We'd probably spend more on the parachutes than we would actually getting the engine. So we can grab, I think 1958 orbital rocketry is probably a good idea. Right at this pace, we'll have that done midway through 1957, which our pace is only going to increase from here. We should build another one of those, but we can do that later. Kind of not feeling doing a bunch of stupid sounding rocket things, so we're not going to do that right now. Still just raking in money. A lot of it's going to our researchers, but we are hiring them quickly. We have 64 left on our auto hire. And yeah, we're down to October of 1955 now to get those engines. So we need to start building that launch pad. So once we get this mission complete, we will go in and design our orbital vehicle. So we want high altitude when we're doing this time. So let's get Mr. Glenn trained up, and let's prep this for air launch as well. Alright, and we are good for launch of a kind of new vehicle. Not really new, but sort of new. Let's do this. We're going to launch like 250 away from the Space Center, and let's do it. This is exciting. This is a putting a Kerbal at risk here, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, we are up. Fly-by-wire is enabled. We need to make sure our control deflections are set, which they are. Oh, this does not need roll control. Oh, it definitely doesn't need negative roll control. Okay, there we go. Pitch up. Good ignition on all 3 engines. And let's do it. So the only goal for this one is to reach 40 kilometers, which should be... yeah, it's 40 kilometers, which should be very simple for this craft. That should not be an issue. I expect this thing could actually probably make it into space, so I think we are chilling on that front. But yeah, we're so much lighter now that we just have an aluminum fuselage instead of a high pressure one. I think going to the pump fed version was the play. I don't know what the downside is. There definitely is a downside, but I forget what it is. I'm trying to remember. Is there like less ignitions or something? Do I even get multiple ignitions on these? Throttling still works. Yeah, honestly don't know the answer. I don't even see where the ignition thing is anymore. I've changed so much about this. Ignition penalty, it's not that. Yeah, it doesn't give me a list of like how many ignitions it has, so I don't know. Alright, well, whatever. Passing through 20 kilometers now. We'll probably take this way higher than the requirement is. Because we can beat some records and stuff then as well. So we'll probably take it as high as it'll go. I mean, maybe not as high as it'll go. We cap out at 75 kilometers with this cockpit. Anything above that, and we will start to suffocate, which would be less than ideal. We are also picking up supersonic science as we're doing this, so that's fantastic. We can throttle down here, because altitude, like, while that is sort of our goal, I'd like to also get the supersonic science going. So, or the Mach 2 science, sorry. So we're going to leave that kind of queued up. And we can just hold a consistent throttle. We're still climbing. There's our 40 kilometers pretty easily. What's the record past 40? 50. Well, we can definitely hit that. Let's just go back to full throttle for a second. We're going to blow past our speed limit here, but it's fine. Okay, and there is 50, so we're going to pretty much cut the engines here. So even on minimum throttle, we're still... Okay, well, I have multiple ignitions at least. Alright, and we're going to leave it at 50. That will be enough. That'll be another record complete. And we don't need to push it any farther, because we're going to overshoot the Space Center if we do. We're actually going to start to pull some fairly aggressive angle of attack here, as much as the autopilot will let us. So we can try and slow down a little bit. We do appear to be kind of dropping like a rock, so maybe we don't need to be doing that as much. Well, here we go. Once we get into the atmosphere. Yeah, now we're starting to pick up lift. So we'll do some braking turns on our way to the Space Center. We still have like a lot of fuel, so I would like to try and do some of our science. Can't wait for the next video. Yeah, I gotta think if I can do videos. I don't know if I have the time. It takes so much time to edit down these VODs. And like, you know, that's not entirely me just being lazy. I'm just trying to think if it's, if I like have the time to do it. I might. I don't know. We'll see. If I do, they're going to be like I work on them when I feel like it kind of thing, so they're not going to be very consistent uploads for sure. But we'll see. I don't know about the whole gleb thing. The gleb thing could be a problem. Because I'm kind of concerned about the fact that I'm not recording this like separately. So gleb is just going to be there in the video. Which I guess, oh my goodness, I didn't turn off the background on gleb. Why did nobody tell me that? There's been like this thing on my screen this entire time. Come on, guys. Alright, we're going to use a little bit of engines here, just to maintain speed. So we can use all the fuel that we have to get all the supersonic science done. Okay, we are looking very good right now. We're climbing a little bit, which is not my intention. We're basically just going to do circles over the airfield is kind of the plan. Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of science, but again, while we're doing these missions and completing these contracts, they're kind of worth doing just while, you know, while we're up. It is just free science that we're going to be able to use later. And once the great science drought hits, which will happen soon, it'll be nice to have all the extra. Alright, fuel will be out in about a second. And there's our fuel. So we're going to level out and just hold our speed for as long as we can. So we can get the last little bit of science out of this. Like so. And once we drop under it, we can just focus on landing. There we go. We're not going to get back to Mach 2 anytime soon. So let's begin our landing procedure, which is pretty much just going to be... I might try this. Don't try this at home. But I'm going to try and see if I can use these rear control surfaces as just like a giant air brake. We actually do need to give this some roll control to do that. But yeah, it kind of does work. You see how much we're slowing down? I mean, they are pretty much just acting as massive air brakes. Yeah, I mean, if we keep... I mean, we can kind of spin it too. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. We're just dropping like a rock, which is totally acceptable in this situation. Alright, and we'll turn that off. And there we go. We recover. And we have successfully dropped like 10,000 meters with no issue. So yeah, that works. We are a little bit fast here for landing. But I think we'll be okay. Good little first-person view. I wish they would have a better X1 cockpit instead of just like the stock cockpit thing. Be kind of cool. Alright, we don't want to get too slow because we lose a shit ton of authority at around like 120 meters per second. However, honestly, with the new fuselage that we have on here, since we're not having a big high-pressure tank, I suspect this thing is going to be able to fly a lot slower than it used to be able to. But we're not going to really test that. We're just going to come in for a nice smooth landing. Like so. Brake activated. Touchdown. Chute's going to come out. Yeah, check that out. This thing like flies at like 90 meters per second now. That's kind of crazy. Alright, contract complete. Glenn is safe. And we can recover the aircraft. What a successful mission. Shout out in the chats. Okay. So yeah, we got 5 signs from that. It's not bad. It's definitely something. And Glenn is ready for his next assignment relatively soon. Okay. So let us begin to design our orbital vehicle here. This is exciting. This is going to take a while because I'm going to try to make this like the very best that we possibly can. I want this to carry me through the early game as much as possible. So we'll see how we do. Alright, Let's start with the booster and then move up from there. I think I want to go... Let me think. I think we want to go sort of American style for this. We have stringer tanks, which we will use. I don't know if we want to go Soviet style necessarily. I mean, those engines are like just so incredibly good, like this. They are like objectively insanely good. Yeah, launch climb to be able to see the Delta V. Like yeah, that's like an absurd amount of Delta V just on this stage. So what we might do like a cursed. Well, okay, I got some ideas here. Let me cook here. First of all, let's get this set in a fairing. I think we will use the RD107 on or the RD108 on the first stage like this, because it is just objectively incredible for this mission set. But what if we used some American side mounted boosters? We're gonna make this thing big. This thing's gonna be very heavy. We're not just gonna build an R7, even though that's like probably the correct play. What is this? RD105. That's added by the mod I added. It's interesting. So the LR89, I think, would be our outside boost engines. We can make these a little bit smaller. Go one, well, not that much smaller. 1.5 on the diameter. Turn up the V scale a little bit, make them just longer. I think that looks a little bit better. Well, yeah, something like that. So that's not a lot of fuel for these engines. Maybe we do have to go to 2. Maybe that is the play. We'll fill it with these. And we'll just clip these ones up like that. They don't matter quite as much. Alright, how much performance do we get out of this vehicle? Let's see. First thing I need to check is how long each stage is going to burn. Okay, so we get 44 seconds of boost time out of the 4 bottom engines. We're currently at 92 tons, which is actually not that heavy, relatively. The rated burn time on this engine is what? We have 4 minutes. Okay, so we're totally fine on that. What about this engine? We can go 1:05 with this one, so we could make these bigger. Our thrust to weight is plenty right now. So yeah, we can definitely make these taller. I mean, like that. That is enough. We'll restyle these and stuff. I make them solid-ish. Silver. Kind of looks nice. Did that to this as well. Yeah, that does look pretty cool. New fairing density. Oh, let me unlock that. That's nice that it shows me that. It didn't used to show me that. Where's the recoloring UI? There it is. So if I make this metallic, steel metallic, not quite what I was looking for. Silver metallic. So it's a little bit off, isn't it? Platinum metallic. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. We can make it just like gray as well. Okay. So that's 115 tons. With some pretty insane performance relatively. When we put the avionics on it, let's say it can control 125 tons, because we'll probably end up getting there. Yeah, I mean, that's 8,000 meters per second right there. Now, that's with no payload, but that's also with no second stage. So I think we can go a little harder than this. So, let's, first of all, recolor this to be... Oh, it is the silver metallic. That is the right color. Why did that not work on these, then? Silver metallic. It looks completely different on that than it does those. wonder why that is. Alright, anyway. So, let's place down a new avionic. And we're going to reroute it to be on there. And this will be our second stage. Which I'm thinking, we'll just keep this very simple at first. Because once we have the RD105, then we can make a more complicated upper stage. But I think for now, all we need is a high pressure stringer and then 2 of the scud motors, these ones. I mean, how much performance does this get it? Bring Jet back home. What the hell, bro? Here, take my Twitch, loser. Just kidding, I love you, Penguin. Okay. So that gives me basically 3,000 meters per second of delta V. We're under the max burn time. And how much does it weigh? It weighs 10 tons. That's not bad. We can give this 12 tons of controllable mass. We can make our inner stage here. It's really annoying that the color does not look right. I don't know why that is. You see? Like, why? And there's none of these recolors that do it, right? Yeah, they just will never look right. I don't know why that is. Kind of sucks. But whatever. Alright. So let's slap this back on there. Alright, so where are we at here? Let's fix our staging. We have these that are going to pop off. Then it's going to be that. Or no, then it's going to be the 4 side boosters. Then it's going to be... That's going to separate... We'll do hot staging on this. Yeah, seem like that. So yeah, I mean, about 8,900 meters per second-ish. That's not bad. I mean, again, that is without a payload. So if we put a payload adapter on here... Yeah, so where are we missing out on here? I think we can make this middle stage fatter. Because this is a lot more burn time. Yeah, look how much the performance goes up there. Yeah, because that middle engine can burn for so much longer than we're currently having it burn. So we went up to 2.6 on that. Let's also expand the top a bit so we can have those verniers sticking out. Yeah, I think that's the play. We can expand this to 2.6 then as well. Same tonnage, give it less electrics, and we can make this into our adapter. We don't want it to be the egg style. So yeah, that's here. We want it to just be like conic like that. Okay, that's not bad. That gets us up to 9,349 without a payload. And again, that's also without our high efficiency upgrade that we are going to add at some point. So that's not bad. And we're at 153 tons. I mean, that's heavy, but it's not like absurdly heavy. So let's put a temporary payload on here. Let's say we put up a pretty just average little, you know, satellite here. You know, something like this, just a science core, but like 1,500. Okay, well that weighs nothing, but you see my point. Make it, give it some more electricity. And then let's put some, like, I don't know, put some control stuff on it. Put like some RCS on it. To allow it to maneuver and stuff. No, it's not going to be controllable, but this is just for a test. Where is the option? There we go. Nitrogen. Yeah, I mean, we still have plenty of delta V. And again, this is without our high efficiency upgrade, which we're going to add. So I really don't have a problem with this. If we made this controllable even, I mean, how much does this thing weigh? Like 300 kilograms. So we gave it 0.4, gave it like 20,000 EC. Yeah, I mean, we can make it even tinier. And there you go. I mean, that's a controllable satellite that's going to be able to make it into orbit pretty comfortably. We're gonna call this thing, I don't know what the hell we're gonna call it. No idea. Egg for now. I don't know. We'll come up with a name. So is there anywhere else that we can really gain performance on this thing? Not really. I mean, these outer engines could definitely be better. The LR89 is definitely not the ideal candidate. I don't know when these are unlocked, though. Are these 1956? They are. Okay. We will probably switch to these then instead, actually. We're going to switch to the LR89s. Because they're kind of just better for this purpose, especially. And we will have them unlocked in time. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big performance increase from just switching engine types on these. Swap them so the exhausts are pointed the right way. What's the rate of burn time on these? Oh, 3 minutes. Okay, yeah, we're totally fine on those then. Alright, I mean, that's it. That should be a capable vehicle. I mean, it's a little extreme, but again, we're going for these heavy satellite contracts that we don't mind having a vehicle that's a little bit overbuilt. Alright, let's do a little simulation, shall we? Do we have enough controllable mass? Of course not. Let's change that really quick. This stage probably does, but it's probably also worth checking. Yeah, it does. Okay. So this thing's ready to fly. Let's save it and let's simulate it. Yeah, I know I have a lot of EC. Oh, did I reroute it? Have I done that yet? Because that's really important. I did do that. Okay. Alright, let's look at our staging one more time. So these fire at the start, then we separate sides. We hot stage those. This can go up there. That fairing will activate. Then we're going to release the payload, and that's all good. Okay. Let's try it out. I mean, again, I don't love that it's just an R7, kind of. But, you know, it's a little different. I think it will do the job. So we want to stop burning at stage 2. Really shut off stage 2. Okay, it already has that set. Alright, 150 by 150 orbit. We had an engine failure. Which engine failed? The middle one? It was not the middle one. Okay, are we controllable with an engine failure? No. No, we are not. Alright. Separate the sides. And we're still probably not going to be controllable. Because the verniers on this thing suck. It's like trying to land like a Falcon 9 right now. Alright, so that's not going to work. So we do not have an engine out capability, especially not at launch. We might have it later in the flight, but definitely not at launch. We might add some control vanes to the bottom of this. Oh, what is happening? Alright, well, that was new. Let's try that again. Okay. Don't know why it's spinning. That was weird. Just does a little, like, spin on takeoff, I guess. But that's chill. We do want to... Oh, I need to enable the coil across. These are probably going to crash back into our main booster. We can have a much more aggressive pitch over rate for sure. Our pitch over rate is definitely not nearly aggressive enough. Yeah, I mean, look how... Yeah, we need a much better pitch over rate than that. Okay, so this engine is going to complete not a full duration burn, but getting there. What's up, host? What's your question? Do we have support hot staging on? Yeah, we do. Yeah. Alright, good stage step. Okay. This thing is a little bit underpowered. Remember the RP1 space race? I do. I'm sorry that never happened. I would like that to still happen at some point. Yeah, this thing might be a little underpowered. We're planning to do. Yeah. I'd still like to do it. I just haven't, like... Well, especially recently, haven't had the time. Okay. I mean, the payload has been successfully injected into orbit. It's just this does not weigh nearly enough. We're kind of underpowered here. This thing's only like 500 kilograms, and it could barely get it to 150 kilometer orbit. So we're going to need to do better than that. So let's try and do better than that. So I think the first thing we can do is make these bigger. I have to turn down the vert scale a bit. Yeah, that gives us a lot more power. I mean, obviously we get a lot heavier. But yeah, we're up to 200 tons now. Wow. Yeah, that's not great. I mean, honestly, it all comes down to the upper stage. The problem is how inefficient this upper stage is. But I mean, we're not overburning these engines yet. So that's not entirely an issue. But this thing is just getting kind of absurdly heavy for what it is. We also need to turn on the vert scale on these because they look kind of stupid. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where we can gain performance on this, to be honest. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, we can do... We just don't have a high efficiency upper stage that's going to work for us. Wait, what? Oh, it needs ground clamps. Okay, never mind. I was going to say that would be really, really good for an upper stage. But again, I mean, so look at the performance difference here. If we take this off and we slap the RD105 on it, yeah, I mean, just look at the performance difference. That puts us at 12,000 meters per second of delta V on this. I mean, it's insane. Like, the difference is absurd. So honestly, we might just have to say this is fine for now. And then we'll just have to upgrade it with the high efficiency upper stage. I mean, it's a chonker for sure. But for what we're doing right now, I feel like it can do everything we need it to do. Excuse me. Let's try to make this top part weigh at least a ton. Because we need a ton to LEO. That's like one of the bare minimum requirements for us. So let's quick put just like a mass simulator on here. Lead. Yep. Okay, now it's 5 tons. We don't need it to be that much. Okay, 1.13 tons. Okay. I mean, it seems to think it can get this to LEO, which if it can, then this rocket is fine. And we will take this forward. I don't love that it's as big as it is, but at the same time, you know, with upgrades, this rocket will just carry us through the early game into mid-game pretty easily. So I think it's worth sending it. We need to up our pitch rate pretty severely. Let's go to like 0.9 on the pitch rate. Let's try that. I genuinely have no idea why it's doing this spin thing. Do I need to like force roll? Is that an option? It is an option. Oh, I have that turned on. Maybe that's why it's doing it. I don't know. It's kind of weird though. Alright, pitch rate looks a lot better this time. I think 0.9 is around the area that we want to be in. Okay. I mean, this is looking pretty good. Okay, so we can survive a late engine failure, it appears. Which is good-ish. She wanted to save the crossfeed on that. Yeah, so I mean, we had a late engine failure, and it completely handled it fine. So that's good news. The stage is still going to burn for like another minute and a bit. Although, it may have... I need to jettison that fairing earlier. Because that saves us a lot more performance than I think we're realizing. We can also jettison this fairing. I don't know if that really gives us much performance at all. And also it kind of looks stupid then. But it kind of looks stupid anyway. So I don't know. Alright, so how much delta V are we short here? Like 20 meters per second it looks like. Oh, maybe not. No, we're going into the positives now. I think we're fine. Yeah, no, I think we're fine. I think this is going to work. Okay, so that's like not bad then. Yeah, I mean, we got it. Oh, right, the controllable mass isn't enough, but we can get 1.1 tons to LEO with this. I'm going to call that good enough, especially with 1956 technology. That's going to be good enough. So I think we will send it on this. Because, again, this is a very upgradable platform. It has so much lifting mass that, you know, we can send a really high efficiency upper stage very far with this. So I think we're going to call that good enough. The top, like, olive for some reason. Gold. That's not what I meant to hit. Yeah, sure. And then that will also make that look better. And I think we're going to get rid of this shroud here. I think we're just going to clip the engine up because it looks really bad with the shroud. And I don't know how to make it look good. And everyone knows aesthetics are everything for a space program. I can also move these up to like match the engine height. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay, I mean, that's it. Hope you guys like it. Because we're sticking with it. So let's tool it. Oh, that's so much money. And let's build a new launch site for it. We're going to call this Orbit Capable. And we're going to set the max tonnage to, let's say, 225. Minimum of 168. That seems reasonable for this vehicle. And let's build it. Egg is ready for flight. Well, it's not ready for flight at all. We don't actually have like the research done or any of the other stuff. But we're going to have the complex done. So that's kind of cool. We are not losing money through building this. This will be ready in 207 days, I think. 1 second, guys. Okay. Yeah, so that'll be fine because it's going to finish around the same time as our research. That's going to finish in August, and our research will be done in September, very beginning of September. That might catch up as well as we get more researchers. I don't know. That's fine. Alright, let's recover OSHA's worst nightmare, and we're going to do another X-Plane mission in the meantime. We're still maxed out on rep, which is good, but we need to keep doing contracts for sure if we're going to keep that maxed out. So, oh, he's on R&R for a little bit. So we'll prep this in the meantime. Because, yeah, our rep is decaying, and the max is pretty rapidly increasing. Alright, let's train Mr. Glenn here. And we'll do another X-Planes mission. Okay, time warp is done. We're at 630 max. We're at 684 right now, so that's fine. But we need to keep doing these contracts for sure. Okay, reached 55 kilometers. Easy. We know we can do that. So let's send it. 250. We can start from 300, I think, pretty comfortably. Because last time we had to do all those braking turns and stuff. This way we won't have to do that. Hey, if you guys are on the YouTube stream right now, make sure to drop a like. It helps a shit ton. I guess I can say that. I don't know why I'm thinking YouTube is like baby mode, but make sure to drop a like on the stream because it really, really helps in the algorithm. Alright, pitching up, firing all 3 engines. Good ignition on all three. Fantastic. Close descent guidance. And our goal is 55 kilometers for this mission. So let's send it. And also we'll get some supersonic science because why not? Alright, we are looking good here. Pitched up maybe a little bit too aggressively, but we'll catch up with our relative angle of attack is going to lower as we just accelerate here. So we're doing fine. Hell yeah. Dude, we're cruising and moving right now. This is fucking sick, nasty. Alright, so like I said, 55 kilometers is the goal. Our thrust to weight is over 1, so we can go vertical if we want to, but we won't. We'll just fly a pretty aggressive profile like this. I think this will be fine. Once we get up here, we're going to start to pitch down a little bit, just kind of try and lower our flight path down a little bit, or our trajectory down a little bit. Actually, never mind, we need to pitch up again. I lied. Because we need to make sure we get the 55. And right now, it's going to be a little close. There's a record for something. Oh, we're at 1,200 meters per second. Yeah, that's going to be a record. And there is 55. We'll push it up to like 57, because we're going to lose a little bit of that, but that's good. Alright, well there's a new crew speed record. And a new crew altitude record as well. Let's quickly relight the engines actually, because we can pretty easily push it to 60 kilometers, and that is another record, which I would like to hit. Oh, never mind. We are not controllable at this altitude. Oh, it's because these engines are on weird. Yeah, I gotta do some weird stuff here. Okay, pitch back up, pitch back up, pitch back up. It's because the two engines on the top are pushing us downwards, because we don't have even thrust line. Okay, there's 60. Can we keep 60 without losing it due to drag? Man, it's gonna be close. Hey, we hit 60. Okay, cool. We are pretty much out of fuel and gonna be on a rough re-entry here. So let's we're gonna pitch up here and try and produce as much drag as possible, or else we are going to be crashing and dying, which is not great, if I'm honest. Alright, looking good here. We still could have actually started further away, it looks like. That's okay. We are going to be coming in way too quick here, and we're going to be missing our space center. So we are going to activate our big-ass air brake spoiler things. Try and produce as much drag as possible here. So we are going to overshoot like hell. We don't mind going into a spin, that's fine. We're not aerodynamically stable with these air brakes out, even remotely, so that's kind of to be expected. Give that a little bit more roll authority than it had. Alright, that looks like good enough. We'll toggle those off so we can regain controlled flight. Turn off the spoilers so we don't accidentally use them when we don't mean to. Alright, and we're coming back down. And we're going to reactivate them because we're still really high up. We can drop the deflection a little bit, make it so the canards actually have the authority to control us while they're deployed. That's probably not a terrible idea. Alright, and we're looking good. I mean, we're descending at this angle and not gaining speed, so they're definitely doing their job. Our canards almost maximum deflection, keeping us controlled here. Alright, and we're going to disable them, so we can regain normal flight. In theory. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're still a little bit fast, and we're still coming in a little bit aggressively. As we learned last time, this thing really does like to fly now that we've lowered its weight so much. Oh, we have a little bit of fuel left. I didn't even realize. Well, we'll save that. We can use it for a go-around if we need it. I don't know if we'll successfully go around, but it might still save our ass, so keep it. Alright, looking good. 120, approaching the runway. Not gaining speed, which is pretty surprising, actually. High angle of attack landing this time, but that's fine. Beautiful touchdown. I don't even think we need the parachute. Put these out like air brakes. Max deflection on all of these surfaces, and yeah, no air brakes needed. Look at that. A great mission. A fantastic mission, to be sure. Round of applause to everybody. Wait, let me go say hi to the guys in mission control real quick. Hey guys, I just want to say, oh wait, Gleb's not here. Gleb's here. Hey guys, I just want to say, great job on that mission. Nobody died. That's fantastic. Great job. Keep it up, guys. Sorry, I just had to, you know, after threatening to send their families to prison camps last time, I felt kind of bad. So, all right, recovering in 12 days. We are once again way over our rep cap. Oh, don't worry about it. Nothing. They just, like, a mission didn't go quite as planned, and I said, you know, I was going to send their families to prison camps. But, yeah, no, they deserved it, for sure. Okay, 70 kilometers. I actually don't know if we can do this one. We'll try. We might as well. Again, we're just waiting for research here, which is picking up quite quickly. It looks like we're going to be basically the same time. Yeah, unexpected. We're going to be basically the same time. Looks like we might get a little bit more researchers. What are we at right now? 350. And that's our income oh, that's while building a launch pad though. Okay, we can keep it about there. I think that's fine. All right, Glenn is off of his relaxation period, so we can train him up to do another X-Planes mission. Oh, we should have prepped that. Oops. It's a little bit of a waste of the time. Yeah, I mean, we can build up a pretty massive funds reserve now, which we will need. Unlock credit. Didn't even think about that. We definitely do not have enough for unlocking that rocket. I mean, we already tooled it and we still have 48,000, so that's not terrible. But I think we're going to be short on that. What's our next research node? Either avionics or lunar range communications, I think. Communications would be nice, for sure. So it might be that. So then we can start doing lunar probes very early. Alright, same launch cycle. We're going to do 350 kilometers away this time, because we're learning that we're still overshooting somehow. Hey, 20 viewers on YouTube. How's everybody doing over on the YouTube side? Shout out you guys. Let me know you're here in chat, or, you know, like the stream and stuff, or subscribe and stuff. Guys, I'm so good at this streaming thing. Okay, our goal is 70 kilometers. I honestly don't know if this vehicle can do it, but we're going to try. We're going to do a little bit of a different strategy this time. We're going to try and pick up speed at low altitude until we become fully aerodynamically able to, like, climb properly. And then we're going to do, like, a bit of a zoom climb. Let's get up to, like, 300 meters per second and then start a pretty aggressive climb. It's like now. We'll pitch up, again, pretty hard here. We want to give these less roll authority. Yeah, and then we do like a 45-degree, just straight up climb. I think that's the play. It might be better. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, climb is looking good. We are gaining speed at a reasonable pace, so that's fantastic. Let's see if we can make it without dying terribly. Oh, we haven't used the flyby camera at all today. Let's use the flyby camera. Oh, I didn't set the target. The target itself. Here we go. You guys ready? Zoom. Pretty cool, right? Anyway. Okay. This climb is not going as fast as I was thinking it would. We have a thrust weight greater than 1. I don't know if we're going to make 70 here. If we do, it's going to be close. So, we'll see. But I am a little skeptical here. I mean, we have another minute of fuel, and we're already at 30 and accelerating very quickly now. Maybe we'll make it. I don't know. We're just now halfway there, and we're way over halfway through our burn. But at the same time, you know, obviously we're accelerating, there's less drag, that kind of thing, so I don't know. We also need to remember that the engines start to push us over at a certain altitude, which we cannot control for. We're going to have to shut down an engine to be able to stop that from happening, so we'll see. Passing 1,000 meters per second now, and we're maxing out at 62. Okay, we can easily hit 70. I should have never even been worried. Okay, there is 70. We're going to push it right up to 75, because the drag will stop us from going any higher. There we go. Okay, we did it, with 15 seconds of fuel to spare as well. Alright, there it is. 70 kilometers, 2 contracts complete. So now, let's try not to die on the way back down. If we can help it. So again, we're going to try and give it a pretty aggressive re-entry profile here. Oh, we are yawing out of control. Why is that happening? I guess there's like no air up here, so it's going to behave aerodynamically quite strangely. Because yeah, I mean, we're pretty much out of the atmosphere here. Okay, aerodynamic control is starting to come back. Okay, keep it pitched up. Let me get out time warp here. Alright, come on. Start recovering. Start gaining some lift. We need to glide back to the runway. Okay. I think we're good. That was a little scary. I don't like those super aggressive re-entries very much at all. So, it did that thing again, where it switches my music. Really sick of it doing that. Because it's like, I don't know if it's an issue necessarily, but I think it mutes audio on YouTube if it's not like copyright-free stuff. So it's kind of annoying. I guess while we're up here, we'll use the last little bit of our fuel to try and get some supersonic or some Mach 2 science done as well. Seems like a good usage of our time. And of our fuel. Although we are going to, once again, be really close to overshooting. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a pretty hard turn here. Okay, not that hard. That was like 15 Gs. I'm amazed our wings didn't break off. Alright, something like that. I'm basically just going to try and S-turn back to the runway. So I'll let our speed build back up and then we'll do another turn kind of thing. We just cannot let that our airspeed drop below 620, which it just did. I'm a buffoon. I'm an idiot. I'm a goofy goober. I mean, we can also always just use more throttle, but then obviously we get less time in the regime. Okay, well there it cut out. We got like an extra science point. That's not bad. Science to science to science type shit. Wow, we have like an insane amount of yaw authority. What the heck? Why do we have so much yaw authority all of a sudden? We can like spin it at will. I don't know what changed, because we definitely couldn't used to be able to do that, but, or didn't used to be able to do that, but whatever. Alright, gear's gonna come out. I don't know if it actually adds drag. I know in regular KSP it doesn't. I don't know if it does in this. There might be a mod that does, so I don't know. But, you know, might as well. We're still very high. I mean, we're at 9,000 meters, like, a mile away from the runway, so we are gonna need to drop it like it's hot. Wow, this thing can just hold. What is allowing for this? Do you guys see these angles this thing can hold? That seems excessively good. But whatever. If it works, I guess. I mean, yeah, I can just turn it into an airplane-sized air brake. I mean, like, I know, like, this is kind of a real maneuver you do as a pilot. It's called slipping. And it is to reduce airspeed, but like, this is a lot of slip. The fact that it can just hold like this is kind of insane. I don't understand why this thing has so much yaw authority. I mean, I guess it does have two bloody great rudders that can move in their entirety, so that would do it, but Alright, looking good here. We don't need to do any more crazy maneuvers. We're at 120 meters per second, or 117, gaining it slightly, which is actually good. 120 is kind of where I want to be at over the numbers, I think. I mean, we can definitely go slower, so maybe let's try and do a little bit of a slower approach. Let's go for like... Well, we're going to end up at 120, it looks like. Well, never mind. We're going to end up at like 110-ish. More like 100. Just fine. I mean, this thing will happily fly way faster than we have been landing it, or way slower than we've been landing it, so. Alright, just let it kiss on down. Okay, a little bit of weird movement on that landing. We're going to pop the chute just so we don't have any possibility of accidents here. And once again, let me say, a successful mission. Congratulations, everybody. That is a record and a contract complete. And back to the Space Center we go. Glenn is getting a lot of flying experience because he's our only pilot right now. Alright, cool. And we got some signs from a recovered vehicle as well. So, we're at 7 now. We're at 807 rep with a max at 652. So we are way over our max. We might grab Mature Supersonic because we are going to need to do Hypersonic at some point. So that we're going to have to get this node, and it's probably worth doing now. Let's check on our research quickly. We have this will be done in, well, yeah, by August of this year. So, and our launch pad will also be done by August, it looks like. Yes, it will. So that's pretty good. We're building up a good money store here. Like, you know, banking 3,000 funds a month. So that's not bad. I mean, it's going to be a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on what we're doing with the X-Plane stuff, but that's fine. We could get another astronaut. Is there anyone that we like? Not really. Yeah, the names aren't nearly funny enough for us to take another one. So we're probably not going to do that. Your avatar is so cute. Thank you on YouTube. Thank you. Gleb is pretty adorable. I was trying to make him horrific, but I think he accidentally came out cute. But, you know, what are you going to do? Let's check out our programs here. We still do have till 1959 to do this. We will be launching an orbital attempt probably at the very beginning of 1956. So that's fine. That's chill in terms of timeline stuff. We will have a little bit over 2 years. Your forehead is brighter than my future. Hell yeah. Thank you, Slumberry Fox. Hell yeah. I think that's a good thing. I don't know. Okay, so in the meantime, let's see if we have another X-Planes thing to do. High altitude 85. We can't do that one yet. We're going to have to get this over with eventually. Do you guys want to see my least favorite contract in the game? Because I'm going to show you my least favorite contract in the game. I hate this contract. Actually, you know what? We might not be able to do it. Yeah, we definitely can't. We don't have the engines yet. Oh, thank goodness. Wait, maybe we do. No, we don't. Let's go! Yeah, we need like the J79 and stuff to do it easily. Okay, cool. We don't have to do that contract yet. Let's go. That's huge. Shout out to my first YouTube chatter of the day. It is, YouTube chatters are hard to come by. So that's, shout out. And welcome to the stream, Slumbery Fox. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to like the stream and subscribe and stuff. I guess we could do a... We could hire some more researchers. Maybe we'll hire another 10, just while we're here. I guess we can do a sounding... I'm currently playing Spaceflight Simulator because I'm too poor for Kerbal. I get that. By the way, where's Saturn? They're usually here. I don't know. Saturn hasn't been here yesterday or today. I don't know where Saturn is. No idea. I mean, I'm streaming at kind of like times that I didn't used to stream, so might be something like that. We'll quickly launch a Gleb biosat or a bio mission just because we do want to get that done at some point. But we don't really need to do much else on that. And then we can probably dismantle our V2 launch site, because there's nothing we're going to be doing with V2s from here on. So, that'll be fine. That's going to be done in 32 days. That's chill. We'll just launch one of those quick. I know they're really boring, but it's like, I have to do them. We really want to max out that science if we can, and we don't want to waste time. So we're not going to waste any time. Still at 6. Oh, guys, my cap is 670. like the thing, you know, 6-7. Anyway, have we launched a satellite yet? No, we have not. That's our goal for today, is to get that done with. We have the launch pad building, we have the rocket designed and tooled. We just need to finish the research for it. So we're waiting on that. Dude, we lost a follower. This has never happened to me before, but I remember very clearly that we were at like 811 yesterday, and now we're at 810. What the hell? I've never had that happen before. I lost a follower on Twitch. Kind of sad. So, we gotta regain that follower of the stream. We gotta find somebody. Okay. Good launch so far. Everything's looking good. We need to wait for the mission penalty to go away. And we can ullage and ignite. And we're gonna cut this engine really early compared to what we normally do. Because we want to be lower than 140 kilometers. So we're going to cut it in like 2 seconds. 3 seconds. Like right about now. Perfect. Because we're trying to get that upper atmosphere bioscience. I think we'll get it done in this launch. We'll see. If we do, that'd be awesome. Because that means we can be done launching these stupid sounding rockets. I tell you what, looks like we just might do it. Yep, there we go. We're done. Yippee! Cool. We're done launching these stupid, boring sounding rockets now. We have no purpose in launching them anymore. And I think we might have... Yeah, we're pretty close to maxed out on flight data as well. So that's cool. Alright, parachute at now-ish. And we'll 12x time warp down to the ground. Hey, 10 viewers. What's up, everybody? Welcome. How's everybody doing? Wait, we're at 811 again. What happened? Did somebody follow and the notification didn't go off? Aw, man. We made it back to 811. What the heck? I didn't get a notification. I'm upset. I'm quite angry. I'm quite perturbed. It was another successful flight. Give me a... I better go say hi to the mission control guys. Give me a second. Hey, fucking John. Hey, I'm gonna bring your family back from Siberia, you piece of shit. They're released from the prison camp because we haven't had any failures yet. You know what happens if we do. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I just had to quickly talk to mission control. Just letting them know how much of a good job they're doing. You know, the normal stuff. Nothing, you know, nothing crazy. Okay, so I think we can dismantle these now. Well, we can definitely dismantle this one. New Gleb. Yes, we can dismantle that. We don't need that launch site anymore. Because we're not going to use it. Nah, fuck that. Send him to Siberia. Okay, well, I brought him back for now. There was a big emphasis on the for now part there. Okay? If anything goes wrong, he's going back. Alright, I am very clear with my guys. Is John actually getting his family back from Siberia? Will John get his family back? Yes? No. There we go. We got the poll up. Go ahead. I'm voting no because, you know, I know about John and his family. Alright, I gotta be honest with you guys, we really don't have a lot to do right now. It kind of sucks, Because we don't really, like, I don't want to just not be doing anything. I mean, we can build a fighter plane. That'll be kind of fun. Yeah, we can do that quick. Because we have to do the Mach 2 supersonic mission. So let's do that quick. What are the votes for John getting his family back? We have 3 votes for no. Oh, 1 vote for yes. John might be getting his family back. We'll see. Twitch said you voted you voted the correct answer. I didn't think there was a correct answer. I didn't even know that was a thing. Fuck John. You could use family as leverage for better rockets in quicker time. Oh no, we're going to. But that's why I said, you know, for now, he can have his family back. Because, you know, we haven't had any failures. But the second something goes wrong, you know, his family's cooked. I'm right back to Siberia, you know what I mean? Send his family further. We could send his family into the sun. Once we have that capability, then we can make that threat. You know what I mean? But right now, we don't have the capability to send him into the sun. So I don't want to threaten something that I can't, like, follow through with. You know what I mean? It's kind of where I'm at on that. I'm going to build this kind of freaky, stupid style. So I want to make it kind of cool looking, at least. I know it looks dumb right now. Let me cook. See if I can do a cone. Yep. This is what I was going for. Like further east. I like the sun idea, but I mean, you know, you guys can decide what happens to John's family. I don't mind. We're gonna have to use the 0.8 ones. What is it? 0.8. Why is that such a weird number? 0.86. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, this thing looks kind of stupid. Yeah, but like, you gotta spend all that money. Well, you know, I think there's certain things in life that are worth spending money on, one of which being, you know, leverage. So, you know, you gotta take it sometimes. This is... Okay, well, John's not getting his family back, clearly. This is the worst looking aircraft I've ever built in my entire fucking life, by the way. I mean, I'm sure you guys can tell. I was going for like an F4. It's not how it's ending up looking. Yeah. But it's fine. It's chill. This thing is literally for one contract, and then we're probably never going to use it again, so I'm not going to go crazy with it. The wing's a little bit bigger. Sweep them back a little bit, maybe. Yeah, it looks stupid. It looks dumb, but whatever. Oh, are these all moving? Oh, oops. Yeah, that would have been kind of funny. The entire wing would have moved. Funny until it murders our pilot. Then it's extra funny. Haha. We need to turn on smooth here. Put one there and like one in here. That needs to be a little bit better, like there. Extend it, make it look nice. This one will extend it, make it look nice-ish. It's just gonna be flaps, so they don't need to go crazy. Free John from the shackles of Capita. I mean, have him live in the American dream. Average World War II Russian prototype. Yeah, seriously. I really don't know what I was going for here, but whatever I was going for, it's not happening. Yeah, so that's fine. Again, it's literally for one contract, guys. I'm building something that will hopefully work. I'm really not trying to go too hard on this. Give it like 30 degrees of flap. Set up our key bindings. Increase flap deflection and decrease flap deflection. These elevators do not look big enough. Probably gonna have to stretch them out a bit. because we need a lot of authority on those. So we probably want to bring the wing a little bit more forward. This thing looks so stupid. It's because, I'll tell you why it looks so stupid. It's because of this. This needs to be longer to get like the center correct. Then we turn down the utilization. No, it still looks pretty dumb. Alright, well anyway. Let's throw some wheels on it. Man, those wheels are right on the center of mass. That's going to be a bit annoying. Let's move our wings down a little bit and bring them in. Something like that looks fine. Could actually move this one up then. Yeah, I don't hate that. Let me put a little nose gear on it. Further up. Yeah, that's chill. Then we just need a rudder. Just gonna copy the elevators and just reverse them. So that should work. And we'll make it yaw instead of pitch. And alright, there you go. We have a... Oh, we need to add parachutes because I am not trusting myself to land this thing. Alright, we're going to call this thing Russian shit. Perfect. And we'll simulate it quick to make sure that it's going to function relatively correctly. I'm going to add Saturn on Discord and see if it'll pull up. Oh, it's nighttime, and it's on its back. Well, that's fine. That's, you know, don't worry about it. This thing will totally function how it's meant to. Man, these do not put out as much thrust as I thought they were going to. Alright, let's put up some flaps for takeoff. Turn on our aerodynamic overlay so we can see kind of how we're doing. Fly-by-wire should probably be turned on. Whoa, whoa. What the heck? Guys, I gotta keep it real with you. John's family is not coming back. They are all dying in a terrible crash. John he's never getting his family back. I don't know what went wrong there though, seriously. Does this control need to be inverted for some reason? Let me try that. Okay, this thing is not really balanced very well. Oh, and all my wheels are turning. Okay, it's fine. It's chill. No, yeah, it's chill. No, look. He's just styling on him. He's just doing a little freestyle. This is accidentally really cool. Oh, we lost something. What did we lose? Oh, an aileron, I think. Oh no, we lost an elevator. That's fine. If it flies like this, then it's gonna fly amazing when it's actually correct. Alright, so stabilizer flaps are missing? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's nothing is needed. This is beautiful. Alright. So, let's fix all of those issues. Let's turn on the steering lock. Let's revert this to be negative yaw. Yeah, that's correct. For some reason it was backwards. I don't know why. Alright. Let's let it get enough. Let's let the afterburners come on. Yeah, I don't think they're going to come on until we start moving. Turn on fly-by-wire. Okay, this is going a lot better. Okay, this thing... Okay. Guys, she's flying. She's fucking doing it. And that was with no flaps. I forgot to put the flaps out. Alright, now is she fast enough? That's the next question. We need to do this contract. So we'll climb up to like, I don't know, 10,000 meters? So we hit the... Don't say that! Yes, that's exactly what we're going to be doing though. Don't say that! Come on, you're going to get me in trouble. Alright, autopilot, cruise manager, go! Can we get up to speed fast enough? It looks like our engines might explode. Yeah, our engines are going to explode. What if we go a little bit higher? If we go higher up, they might not explode quite as hard. Yo, what up, Saturn? Is the tower just filled with one branch of John's family? That's not a bad idea. Oh, yeah, I didn't notice. Yeah, you noticed that before I did. When did that happen? What the heck? Better question, why is it still kind of flying? Yeah, this thing's like a... This thing's a lifting body aircraft. Dude, it's kind of controllable. Speed makes it stable? I guess so. Yeah, look, it's flying. I mean, we're still descending, but it's flying. Alright, anyway. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We do not have the engines we need right now. Because we don't have engines that are capable of Mach 3 without exploding. So we're just not going to do that. No, the center lift and the center mass are fine. It's just these engines can't go fast enough without exploding. So we need to just wait until we have the mature supersonic researched. Just add heat panels. Yeah, I don't think that would work in this version of Kerbal Space Program. I like the concept. Hey, by the way, Twitch chat, make sure to go over and like the YouTube stream. Because you guys are like actually here, and there's supposedly 30 people on YouTube, but there's nobody in chat, and I have no idea if it's real. So, go over and give it a like and type in chat or something if you don't mind. That'd be cool. Okay, so yeah, we're just not doing that right now. So in that case, I think we pretty much just have to wait. I mean, we can do a quick launch of OSHA's Worst Nightmare to do some science. That's too much work? No, that's fair enough. Yeah, no, that's... it's funny because if someone asked me to do that, I also would not do it. So I don't know why I ask it of other people. So, yeah. It's a fair enough point. Alright, let's do a quick launch of, 677. What are the chances? We looked at 670 and now 677? Guys, we're doing 6-7 and all over the place. Type shit. Alright, we're going to do a quick launch of this just to do some science. And then I think we're pretty much just going to wait until we can do our orbital launch. Because we're kind of out of things to do right now without more research. Which sucks. It's kind of my fault. I probably should have planned this a little bit better, but whatever. I blame Saturn, so. Everybody in chat, blame Saturn real quick. Appreciate it. Oh, that almost put the YouTube out. Land on the sun? Oh yeah, why don't I just do that? Oh, you know what? I'm going to get right to that, actually. What the fuck are you talking about, man? How the hell am I supposed to land on the sun? Alt F12. Oh, does that put me on the sun? Wait, let me try that. That would be funny. Like, I really did consider just go at night. Oh, that's a good idea. You're right. Then I won't burn up. Why didn't I think of that? Damn it. That's such a fucking good point. Yeah, I mean, that seems easy enough. I feel like I can probably do that on the sun. For sure, yeah. It's not hot. That's true. Yeah, I could probably send Glenn right there. Look, Mr. Glenn just sitting up there. Look at that boy. He's just like me. He looks just like me, just with hair and slightly not like me at all. Okay, like here, we're entering on cruise flight, and we're just going to throttle down and just get all of our science done. This is going to be a very boring flight, but... What about during an eclipse? Well, then the sun isn't there. Like, what am I supposed to do then? Then the sun just is gone for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, how am I going to... Come on, let's use some science and some logic here instead of just saying random things. Obviously, during an eclipse, the sun would just not be there. Pilot, you are fried. I can change the game with 15,000 points. That's insane. Yeah, I kind of forgot I had that option there. But, like, what would you change the game to? Sex with Stalin? Yeah, that's a good point. That would be a really good one. Why didn't I think of that? Damn it. So, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Slight problem. I don't think we're making it home. I... Is there a Sexostol in 2? I didn't know that was a game. I haven't played it yet. I haven't gotten every achievement. Yeah, we do not have the airspeed to glide back, I don't think. I mean, we'll try. But pretty soon we're going to start falling like a rock, like kind of now. So we're going to have to start pitching down and losing a shit ton of altitude. I don't think this thing's good enough of a glider to make it home. I mean, we'll find out. It's going to be close. And my worry is it safer just to pop the parachutes and land in the ocean? Or do I still attempt to go back and land? I don't know. I don't know what speed this thing wants to glide at either. You can see the runway way up there. And we are not there. I'm trying to do microscopic movements to not induce any unneeded drag. Okay, we're at 10,000 meters. Maybe we're going to be able to do it. I don't know. I mean, the atmosphere is going to get a lot thicker, so we're going to glide a lot better. Yeah. I don't know about this one, guys. I don't know if we're making home. 31 bots, let's go. That's what I'm saying. Like, these cannot be real people. I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. Nobody in chat, so I'm kind of like, I have no idea if these people are real. If you are real, make sure to say hi in chat on YouTube. Or you don't have to. If you're just watching, that's chill too. But it's all John's family. Yeah, just trying to figure out what his fate's gonna be. Okay, we might do this, but it's gonna be so close. We are gonna have no energy by the time we get back. I honestly feel like I should be not doing what I'm currently doing. I feel like I should just be ejecting. Or trying to land the other way. But you know what? Actually, it looks like we're going to be fine. I'm going to put the gear down. Have Glenn get out and push. Yeah, seriously. It actually looks like we're fine. But that was close. I mean, we could not have cut that much closer at all. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we're going to be fine. We're actually a little fast. So let's slow it down a little bit here. Okay, maybe not that much. Alright, no fuel, so we're really light. We want to be crossing at like 120-ish, I think is what we decided, so I'm going to try to go for that. Okay, let's stop with the crazy maneuvers this close to the ground. That seems like a good way to explode and die, which is not the outcome we would like. Alright, there's 120. Alright, keep pitching up. Nice calm landing here. Hold it off, hold it off. Okay, we're running out of runway. I'm just going to pop the chute. I didn't like that. We were going to definitely overrun the runway. Good old Maverick to slow down anything flying. Yeah, exactly. Hit the brakes and it'll fly right by, right? Something like that. Alright, cool. Well, that was successful. We got some science. And Glenn did not die. I know I was a bit of a downer there, so thank goodness Glenn is alive. Alright, 8.5 science total right now, which is not bad. Gotta see what we're gonna use it for. Also, how come all of a sudden habitable planets are gigantic compared to Earth? Oh, all this opposed. I don't know, man. Exoplanets. I don't make the rules. I'm not some sort of like aerospace engineer or something. We'll probably save our money for hypersonic science, or hypersonic flight, so we can get all that done with. But alright, I think it's unfortunately time for some time warping here, because there's not a lot left we can do. I mean, I can hire a couple more researchers just to have them. But I mean, these are going to finish at basically the same time, which is in like 60 days. So let's just get to that, shall we? Alright, and the tech is now researched. Okay, we are ready to begin construction. We have 15,000 funds saved up. We are still above our rep cap, but not by much, so we need to start doing contracts again, which we can do. We need to maintain that rep cap as long as we can. So for anyone who hasn't seen our orbital rocket, here is Egg. Here it is. She's quite pretty. I know. Quite adorable even. And it should be ready to go. We have some stuff on here right now, though, so let's change the payload a little bit. Take that off. We don't have solar panels unlocked, so we don't really care about that. We will throw... I think it's mass spectrometry or whatever. Yeah, we have that unlocked, and with 20,000 we'll be able to do that experiment, so that's fine. Alright, let's, Oh. Okay. So that's not gonna work. Alright, let's take the RCS off, and the RCS tank. Okay. Shoot. What if I did this? Just completely changing the rocket here. Well, it actually gives it better performance. And it does lower the unlock cost a little bit. Not enough. Wow, so that's not good. We cannot build this rocket right now. We do not have the unlock cost needed. So how much is it different with having those engines on it? Oh, it costs way more. That's 253. Oh, okay. Yeah. I believe these are unlocked together. Oh, they cost 135,000 to unlock. My goodness, I see why we're having a problem here. Wow. That one costs 128,000. Okay, well, we're definitely just going to run these now instead. And then we need to figure this out because this is a problem. I think I need to go extort John's family for some money. Because we broke. We like mega broke. I mean, yeah, it's definitely worth doing that. But we just do not have the money for this right now. Okay, well, let's modify the launchpad to change it a little bit. And we're going to have to wait a little bit more, which I really did not want to do. That kind of sucks. I thought I had more unlock ability there. Oh, we're losing money. Cool. We're going to scrap this aircraft because we're not going to use that aircraft again. So we can scrap that and get a little bit of money. Let that finish construction really quick. And we are gaining 400 funds a day. And we are gaining a lot of unlock credit. So we'll do a little bit of time warping here. Till we're somewhere near the amount we need. Wow. Yeah, this is taking a while. We are officially under our rep cap. We have enough now. So that's good. Kind of sucks, but it's fine. Just had to do a little bit of time warping there. That's the wrong launch pad. This is the right launch pad. Okay. We're going to cancel that for now, because we actually are going to change this. I wanted to see something. Do we get the outer engines? It cost an extra 10,000. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so remember when I said, like, very specifically, hey, we're not just going to build an R7? So it turns out, guys, what we did instead was build an R7. Yeah. My bad. Wonder if crossfeed gives this more or less delta V. Oh, way less. Okay. Well, that sucks. But anyway, let's build it. Integrate anyway. Yeah, that's going to be my bad, guys. I kind of screwed the pooch on that one. But hey, we built an R7. Remember, John, your family's on the line. If you get the rocket right, your family can stay for a while. Wow, we also need engineers. Wow, we need so many engineers. I should have been hiring engineers this whole time. 581. the reserve of like 6,500 because that's how much the rocket costs to build. Okay, well, right now it's going to take 556 days. Guys, I made a slight mistake here. I can't lie. We are not going to be going to orbit in 1955. That is for sure. Why not build an R8? That's such a good point. R8 revolver from Counter-Strike. Is that what you're talking about? Well, we're going to have to time warp here. We have made some slight blunders here, guys. The heck? Why is that the case? Auto hire 581 reserve 3,000. I don't care. Just need to get this done very badly. Okay. So we did engineers, which we aren't getting right now. 257 days. I mean, we're still going like a year early, which is cool and all, but we're kind of behind where we want to be right now. That kind of sucks. We could do this really quick. That's only going to take 54 days, and then we can do some other stuff. But I don't really want to do that. I'd rather have satellite air science. We'll just do that. I'm also... We're going to lay off some researchers here. Probably all members of John's families, most likely. Actually going to lay off like quite a few researchers. Because we can hire them back. But right now, we really just need money. Pretty bad. So let's let that happen. Because we're going to auto-hire engineers nice and quick then. Wow, that was a lot of time warp. We are in June of 1956. That is... Wow. Oops. Well, anyway, egg is ready. So, yay, let's launch it. Okay. This is certainly going to warrant a quick yelling session with Mr. John. Can I do any of these satellites at the same time? Can I do these at the same time? I can, actually. No, I can't. Oh. Is it because I have both of these active? It was because of that. Okay. Can I easily do this? No. I can't I can't do it at all right now. Okay, cool. Well, let's launch egg. You're now ready. He's turning air into alcohol? Dude, that guy might have a problem. I can't lie. Alright, one moment, guys, before we do the initial launch of egg. Alright, guys. So, this is a big one. John, I'm fucking looking at you, you piece of shit. I swear to God, I will take your family from you again, and you will never see them again. But yeah, so like, let's keep this a really good launch, guys. Let's stay positive, you know. Let's have fun. You know what I mean, guys? Let's just have a good time. Yeah. So don't fuck this up, guys. Don't fuck this up. All right, I think they probably got the message. I don't know if you guys would agree, but I think they probably get where I was coming from there. If this fails, I am for real going to lose my mind. So let's hope it doesn't. Let's go to like 160. We have so much extra delta V compared to what we're doing here, so that's fine. Early cutoff needs to be set correctly. So our early shutoff stage is now number 1. Yep, there we go. Okay. This is not a simulation. I'm gonna need a countdown in chat, guys. Give me a countdown. Whew. Once you guys hear me, give a countdown. Yeah, it looks just like an R7, I know. 5. We got 4. We got 3. We got 100. Fuck you. We got 2. We got 98. Fuck you. 1. All engines successfully ignited. Good separation. It does this really weird spin thing. I don't know why it does this, but it does it. It did it in the simulations. It's fine. Guys, I gotta be honest. I never simulated this thing. I just realized with the new engines. Oh my gosh, it's gonna fail. Holy shit, it doesn't have the fucking control. I knew this was gonna happen. I didn't simulate this. Oh, I'm a buffoon. I'm a buffoon. If I get rid of those, is there a chance it still makes it to orbit? Nope. Fucking nope. Guys, I gotta be honest. I totally forgot that we changed the engines on that. Okay. Well, that sucks. No, I can't revert. That's cheating. We don't do reverts. Wait, what is this? Wait, what? Wait, hold up. I may have just accidentally reverted. Did going back to the Space Center there just revert? Oh. Alright guys, first launch attempt. Don't need a countdown or anything, that's chill. Yeah, we're just gonna full send on this. First launch attempt, first time it's happened. It's never happened before. Yeah, first launch attempt. I turned down the pitch rate, which I hope fixes it. First launch attempt, here we go, guys. Yeah, honestly though, that was not on purpose, so that's kind of my bad, but I'm not just gonna like waste that opportunity kind of thing. Kerbals are technically immortal, how are they not overpopulating Kerbin? Well, in this mod pack, they're certainly not immortal, so, you know. Maybe we just fixed the lore or something. I don't know. Okay, so far so good. We are launching successfully so far. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for... I really did not mean to revert there. I kind of was just trying to go back to the Space Center. But I'm not going to complain. I won't lie. Wow, the steering losses are insane because of our fucking... because of our terrible pitch over rate. There are such bad steering losses on this right now. It's alright though. It's alright. We had excess performance, so we're fine. Okay. We are not in gimbal lock. Egg is trying to go to space. Well, it's going to make it to space, but I'm trying to get to orbit. Just enough people can play Minecraft for more than like a week. I mean, vanilla Minecraft maybe. I can play modded Minecraft for like a long time. Oh, I meant to jettison these earlier. Whatever, I'll jettison them now. Mass spectrometry, run it. Let's get some science done, baby. Alright, so if we have an engine failure in the second stage, the mission is over. So, let's hope that doesn't happen. Am I overburning them? No, I'm not. Okay. Ignition. Oh, both lit. Let's go! Come on, guys. I was one who's played a mod for 500 in-game days, bruh. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, it's not over yet. We could still have some failures here. But we are on our way. Okay, 10 more seconds on the burn. I think we could have an engine failure now and we'd be fine, so I think we're safe. The engines are not being overburned. They're actually absurdly reliable. And we are in orbit. Payload has been deployed. It'll separate eventually. First artificial satellite complete. Let's go, guys! We're the only game to have stupidly complex mod. Well, I mean, KSB has some pretty stupidly complex mods. Look at all this battery we have. This thing's just going to stay up here and transmit all this sweet, sweet science. Let's go! Come on, guys! I'm just going to let it complete its science because there's no reason not to. Factorial has one too. Oh, that's cool. Like the Greg tech of Factorial. John! We did it! Except for the fact that it kind of failed on the first time, so we're still going to have to kill you. Artificial satellite orbits the Earth. 5th of July, 1956. That's not great. I mean, we would have liked... We're a year earlier than they did in real life, but that's... We would have liked to do a little better than that. But that's okay. Okay, so we have 17 science. Early landing and descent is... Or entry landing and descent is pretty important. We also could use lunar range communications. I think I'll probably take that instead. And then I'll take early avionics as well. Turn that rate back up. We're making money. We're still low on rep. We need to definitely do some... that's kind of because we did not simulate it. It only takes 500. Greg Tech New Horizon takes that. I did not know it took that long. Now we're going to put up some more satellites. So we're going to do a polar satellite. And we need to wait until we have the satellite signs to do that. But then we can also put this one up in the same launch. So the next launch will be a polar. Oh, we have orbital signs now. Never mind. We can knock both of these out in the same launch then, in that case. We're going to not take that right now. We're going to take scientific and bio, because we can do these in the same launch. Although, would we like to have 1958 orbital rocketry? Yeah, actually I lied. We're going to go back to what I said we were going to do. We will do the polar satellite first, and then we'll go and do these once we have the this unlocked, which will be around the same time as we get this next rocket off, so that'll be fun. But we have reached orbit. That is the biggest thing. It was a mission to get there for sure. Okay, so a few things I want to change. First of all, I'm gonna use a launch clamp instead of using those things, because I think that's what's making it spin. And also, let's add some control surfaces, shall we? Doesn't that seem like a great idea, guys? Let's add some control fins. They don't need to be huge, honestly. They can be like pretty little things like this, but we just need some level of aerodynamic control, especially at the beginning, so we can do those more aggressive pitchovers. And we'll do 2 sets of them. We'll do a set down there, and we'll do a set up here. Make it kind of look like New Glenn. Okay, and we'll quickly simulate this before we launch it. Look at that, guys, I'm learning. Oh, we also need to redo this. Yeah, so let's simulate this quick. Alright, who is the top on Twitch right now? Oh my gosh, guys, there's 3 people bigger than us. We suck. We should quit. We should stop streaming forever. Just kidding. Okay, so that looks a little goofy, but I think we can do a much more aggressive pitch over. Let's just do the mission we're going to be doing here. Let's try like 0.9. It's probably still not enough for what we're doing, but... Alright, send it. We want them on the booster side thing instead, so we don't have to hold on to them for longer. Yeah, it's not a bad point, actually. But I don't think they don't weigh that much, so I don't think there's like a big downside to having them on the main stage for like later control as well. Oh wow, look at that. We're just suddenly entirely controllable. Who knew such a little change could make such a big difference? And yeah, I mean, we still need to pitch over a little bit more aggressively than that even. That Red makes a fission reactor is one of those projects. Probably going to be a while. Yeah, we still need a little bit more of an aggressive pitch over than we have. We need to jettison this when we light those engines. Oops. Okay. Well, anyway, we would have made it. That's just a staging thing I have to fix. I think I have to give that its own stage, actually, for it to work properly. So we'll do that here. Okay, so this thing works. The only thing we have to change is we need to get the satellite to weigh 400 kilograms or more. So we basically just have to slap some bullshit on it. Let me put some solar panels on it, sure. Just do like a solid ring of panels. Wow, those are expensive. Oh my goodness, never mind, we're not going to put that many. Just throw like 4 little... No, that's not going to be enough mass, like anywhere near enough mass. We still have it controllable, so we could go back to adding some reaction control to it. I mean, there's no reason it needs to be able to orient itself, but, you know, make it into a little bit more of a functional vessel. We just need it to be above 400 kilograms, so whatever we have to do to get it there. Yeah, that's fine. Add another set of those as well. Yeah, we went a little bit hard there. There you go. 408 is fine. Give it 0.5 controllable mass. Okay. So that is the satellite we need for polar. We should still have plenty of delta V. We do. So that looks good. Let's tool everything. We need 7,000 to build this thing, so we're going to have to wait a minute until we are able to queue it up, but we're almost there. We should have plenty of money right now, so we're chill on that front. Yeah, we're getting 400 funds a day, so. And we can just stop research for a little bit. Well, it doesn't make that much of a difference, does it? We need to get up to 7. Oh, we're auto-hiring. That's the problem. That's why we don't have enough money. Okay, there we go. Okay, we can also go back to auto-hiring engineers because we definitely want to fill this up. 581, and we'll leave ourselves 10K in reserve. Just like that. If we go to our programs, yeah, we're doing fine on that. X-planes, it's fine. So no worries on that front. Let's get that rocket queued up. We are under our reputation cap. We shouldn't be once we finish this program. I think the boost we'll get from finishing this program so quick will put us back over our cap, so I think that'll be fine. But the Egg 2 is ready. That's fine. We have to unlock some stuff, but let's chill. Okay, cool. So this is ready to... This is good. This is for our polar satellite. And then once we get the 1958 orbital rocketry, we can do our bio and our science one as well. So that'll be done in 151 days. This is going to be done in 119. So we are wasting some time, but not a huge amount. I mean, we'll be done with the program because we'll do both those launches in the same one. We'll do both those contracts in the same launch. So we'll be done with our orbital program almost a year before they went to orbit in real life. Yeah, can't complain about that. All right, 119 days. Let's go. Oh, excuse me. Oh, 9 more days for that as well. So, yeah, we're going to be wasting 20 days here, but it's not the end of the world. We're also building up unlock credit and stuff that we're going to need, so. And more engineers. All right, guys. Another big one here. If any of these go wrong, it's really going to mess up our timeline. So we're really hoping they don't. We can go for a little bit more aggressive here. Let's go to like 1.5 degrees per second, maybe like 1.4. And we're going for a polar satellite launch here. So we're looking for an inclination of 90 degrees here. So, should be easy enough. I need to keep these at full deflection ability. I need to change that in the editor because these need to be able to provide as much control as possible. Yeah, our starting TWR is like 2.8 and it only goes up. So we definitely need to be pretty aggressive with our pitch over here. Maybe not quite this aggressive, but this honestly looks fine so far. It's fully in control. We're not having anything close to gimbal lock on this. Looks like we have plenty of delta V for the mission. We're going to have, well, as of right now, like 700 extra, but that's going to drop down for sure quite a bit. Oh, we had an engine failure. Okay, let's try and separate those and see if we can recover. Well, okay. So the answer is no. We are not going to be recovering this mission. I mean, we'll let it fly through so we can get the flight data. But we did have a failure in one of the outside boosters, it looks like. I mean, it's really trying its hardest. Sure, let's get rid of that fairing. Give it the best shot it's got. But yeah, it's just, it doesn't have the gimbal to be controllable. We're falling back down already, so. Oh, we're starting to go back up. We're not at all on the correct inclination or anything. Well, we're going to get to space. Set this to current and just see if it can, Yeah, we're 2,500 meters per second short. We're not even close. But again, we don't mind the full duration burn on the engine. It's free flight data that we can get, and we can also do that for the second stage, so we might as well. Just build up the flight data. Kinda sucks. How fast are we able to get these satellites out right now? It takes us like 100 days. It takes us forever, which is not good. But, and we're out of fuel and we are not in orbit. So, tough, but we get to watch it re-enter now, so that's kind of fun. Watch this thing burn up. See if the RCS... Yeah, the RCS can stabilize it. Well, for a little bit. Cool. Decent recovery, though, so we can get some signs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got, like, the flight data on the engines is very good. So, like, as you fire the engines, they become more reliable. So we got a bunch of flight data on all of our engines there. So that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It also means we're not going to be wasting time waiting around when we have the RD108 unlocked, so it's not the end of the world. How are we doing on flight data on these now? Yeah, we have 3,900 units. It's pretty good. They have a pretty damn good reliability too. So is this one any more reliable? Let's just see. No, not at first it isn't. I think at max it is. Wow, they're pretty similar. Yeah, so we'll just keep this setup. Alright, let's integrate it. That's the problem with using so many engines, is especially where we're so susceptible to engine failures. We end up in positions like that where it's unrecoverable. Alrighty, 103 days on that completing. Yeah, we really need to... We're gonna... Well... I think building a rocket this big might have been a mistake. We're gonna... Def count must... Oh, oops. Okay. We'll leave that auto hire on for now. We'll be done with this in 14 days, and then we'll be ready to build our next model once we get here. True supersonic flight is also nice. But again, for now, we need to just focus on getting this contract done so we can get our reputation back up and do a lot of other stuff, so... We are going to be cutting it a little closer than we thought on this contract. I mean, we're going to be fine, but like a couple more failures and we're going to be a little behind on that program. So let's hope we can get this one in the first try here. Well, second try, but you know what I mean. All right, John. This is a big one. If you fuck up, your family's getting killed. Just gonna keep it real with you, dude. Alright, yeah. I mean, we have 4,000 data units on these engines now. Oh, we need to set this to 90. Whoops. Is it gonna be able to correct for that? Yeah, it will. Okay, good. Got to screw in one of the screws. It's still John's fault? Oh yeah, 100%. No, I mean, that happens, you know. I don't blame you for that. We work busy jobs as aerospace engineers. Okay, our inclination is a little bit off here. I hope it's enough for the polar. We need between 85 and 95. And our inclination right now, well, it's not going to be accurate. Dude, what the hell? You're hot gluing our rocket? Oh man. Oh man, guys, we might not be making it. Ruh-roh. Okay. So we got through that burn. But as of right now, we don't have the Delta V to make it to orbit. So I'm just going to start jettisoning fairings that I can to give us any extra little boost. But yeah, right now we are 14 meters per second short. So yeah, let's see if we can recover from that. Because of that little stupid inclination mistake I made at the beginning. Guys, I'm not playing my best Kerbal Space Program right now, I can't lie. Oh, John told you to? Oh, okay. Well, the punishment will be on John then. He will no longer have any limbs or family. Or his dog. Yeah, that's right. I said it. His dog. Okay, what's our inclination at right now? 86. It's fine. We're just going to set it to our current. No, 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 no. Yeah, 87's fine. I shouldn't have touched that. I shouldn't have touched that. That was a mistake. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I'm just gonna put that back to 90 and just make it okay again. Okay, we did cross over into positive delta V, which means as long as we don't have a failure, we are gonna pull it off. So, thank goodness. That was a little bit scary. Okay, yeah, we're totally fine. We actually have like a lot of excess. We have like 100 meters per second of excess. Why is the calculator... The calculator was so wrong about that. I don't understand that. Whatever. Okay, polar orbit has been achieved. Cool. Alright, let's check for the stable orbit real quick. Contract complete. We will separate the payload. Do like a little control test, I guess. You know, do a little role playing or something. I don't know. We can ram back into this. And we're out of control. Okay, cool. Contract complete. We did it. Thank goodness. How long have we been streaming for? 2 hours and 6 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna try and complete the I'm gonna try and complete this program today, I think is my goal. And then we will probably stop there for today. Okay, so we did it. Yippee. So now we can take on the last 2 contracts. Which are going to be the hardest ones. But I believe the vehicle is capable of it with a small upgrade. So, yeah, we can do both of these. We need to do a couple things, though. Okay, we're getting there. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, I dropped something. Okay, my bad, I'm back. Okay, so main upgrade that we need is we are going to switch out this engine. No more of those. We are now going to put in one of these. Now, first question. How bad is the thrust to weight? 0.7. Without these, about the same. Okay, not bad. We can probably make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, definitely does not need to be as big as it has been. 1.5 seems fine. Okay, cool. And now, we will do this thing properly. Where we do the extra height thing. To actually make it look proper. Put a little bit extra height as well. Okay, cool. So, that is, like, way more than we need in terms of delta V. The launch site can handle it. We can tool it. And then we're good. I mean, that's it. So that's working. Yeah, and I know this will work. Oh, right, we need to like change the actual satellite and stuff. Whoops. Okay, so we need this to be 1 ton, so 1,000 kilograms to low Earth orbit. So first thing we need to do is throw the advanced biocapsule on it, which satisfies this one. And also we need to configure experiments and put all the new experiments on here, like the radiation detector, micrometeorite detector, sure, the magnetometer, absolutely, and we'll throw the early TV camera on there as well. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Now we just need to make it heavier somehow. So we can give it like just an absurd amount of electric charge is something we can do. Brings us up to 0.6 tons. Let's give it more. Let's give it like 100,000 EC. Okay, we're getting closer. Let me make this bigger. Okay, there's about 1 ton. Set it at 1.1 just to give us a little bit of a margin. But there we go. There's our satellite. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she beautiful? My my dear my dear darling Susie, isn't she beautiful? Alright. We're gonna call this Egg Science. And we will simulate this. Because I want to make sure it's gonna work. So let's simulate it quick. Unlock cost is only 20,000. We have plenty of unlock credit, so that's chill. Okay. So, let's set up our orbital parameters here. So we need an apoapsis above 1500. So we're going to go 1600 for that. Then a periapsis between 200 and 900. And for this one, it's 200 and 900. So they're the same orbit. So we'll go 300 for that. Yep, according to this, we have plenty. And that's actually doing it polar. We're not even going to do it polar. Cutoff is stage 1. Let's go ahead and make sure it's going to work. But yeah, the performance increase we get from adding that efficient upper stage is like, it cannot be overstated how massive it is. Now, that engine can fail. I actually don't think it's super reliable to start out with. But, you know, just gonna hope it doesn't. Type shit. So, and then these two contracts are the last ones we have for this program. So once we get these done, we are completely finished with the heavy satellite program. So, we're kind of chilling. Yeah, we have like way more than we need in terms of delta V, which is fantastic. And this is for putting a ton up into a pretty high orbit. So this is, yeah, this vehicle is very capable. Again, my hope is that the extra time that we spend early on, you know, building up this vehicle and stuff, will then be returned to us in the fact that it's able to do so many different missions going forward. So we'll see, but we have quite a long burn on this last engine. I mean, look at this, though. This is like a good fraction of orbital velocity just with this stage. It's kind of crazy. Alright, and ignition in 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Good ignition, and good separation. I mean, there we go. That's it. And then this engine just needs to complete a full duration burn. I think I always like how these kinds of rockets look. Yeah, the R7, like the whole style of it does look pretty sick. I don't like just that being the rocket I build every save, but it's just so good. Especially early game, those engines are just so good. I can't help myself. Okay, getting there. 6 seconds left on the burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have both of the timers ticking away. We will start doing all this science as well. Just gonna take a while, but it's fine. So first of all, we'll stay in orbit for a day. So that's the biosat complete. And then we're gonna separate the satellite from the main body. So we are still above 1,000 kilograms, so that's chill. And then I don't know how long it's going to take for the cosmic ray thing to be done. Let's see. Just make sure we have enough electricity. We do. There you go. It's done. So that's both contracts done in one launch. And also it's obviously going to get us a shit ton of science and stuff while being up here. I don't know how long it's going to last. Let's see. It's 9 days of duration. It's not bad. And we actually, if we... Yeah, what if we just take off its ability to orient itself and make it into a science core? We probably will do that. So yeah, let's get this launch done, and then we are done with our program. And we will be done for today's streaming as well. Yes, we're going to slightly change this. I know that it has the ability to orient itself, but we're just not going to let it do that. We're going to turn it into a science core. Sure. There we go. Let's just make sure that we're still above our mass cap here, or our mass requirement. Oh, we're actually way above it now. So we can we can make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Something like that. Yep, that looks good. Controllable mass is still good on this avionics, right? Oh, it's actually like way overbuilt. Gain some delta V there. There we go. Okay, delta V looks good. Everything's within ranges. We can tool all of this. And yeah, we're almost ready to build it. We just need to quickly get a little bit more funds. So let's do that quick. Let's just build up a little bit of extra funds. There we go. That's all we needed. All right, let's save and launch it. Unlock. Perfect. So that is all going. Yeah. So now there's nothing left to do except for just wait for that to build. And then with the science that we're going to get, we will... I might actually rearrange some stuff so we can get the hypersonic science. Well, we might get enough from this launch. If I cancel this, then that gets us really close, because we'd like to get the X-planes, all that stuff done next time. We can get out of that program and start taking more better programs. But yeah, I mean, let's see how long this is going to take. We'll be done in 111 days, so we're going to be finishing a year early, pretty much. We are going to have this done before they launch their first satellite in real life, which is pretty cool. Oh, didn't mean to hit that. Yeah, so that's all we have to do with this one. We can also do this at some point. Like we'll probably, like that's an extra, 100 rep. We'll probably do that. But these are, that's 225 rep right there for nothing. Wait, can I do that at the same time actually? Oh my gosh, I can. Oh, it's not compatible. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else for us to do here. We're hiring research. We're hiring engineers, as we should be. Yeah, I'd like to upgrade the admin building, but we do not have the funds for that right now. I mean, we can get it started and turn down its work rate quite a bit. Something like that. Maybe a little bit less. Yeah, there you go. All right, and then research is going on, so nothing to do but just warp until we get our thing done. All right, egg science is ready to go. Roll it out. Oh, we're running out of money. I'm just gonna cancel that construction for a minute. Oh, we also have to stop researching for a minute. Okay. Egg is ready. We will turn this back up. We'll just build this like at full pace for now. Alright guys, let's do it. Let's do the launch. We are quite a bit behind on our rep cap, but not crazy. And like again, once we get this program done, I think we might exceed it. We'll see. But thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate it. Let's make sure all of our settings are correct. Orbital guidelines are correct. We simulated it, it worked. Let's set these up, because I keep forgetting to do that in the editor, just so we have the extra control in case we need it. Alright guys, send it. You know what, actually wait, give me a second. Just 1 sec guys, really quick. Hey John, you piece of shit! I'm gonna have your fucking family killed and stuff, and like, I'm gonna like, separate them all so they can't even see each other in like different camps in Siberia. And like, do terrible things to them if this fucks up. So like, don't let it fuck up. But if it works, I'm gonna give you a raise from $0 a day to $1 a day. Do you think about that, buddy? All right. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Did the YouTube stream go down? Oh, what? Can I not say some of the things I said on the YouTube stream? $1 whole, too much. I mean, because you're going to kill John's family? Well, they don't... John's not like a real person, necessarily. Cable in Siberia is It's just your YouTube stream. Damn it. Damn it. You're so right. Well, look, nothing's gonna happen to John's family if this goes well. So like you don't even have to worry about it, really. Like John, he'll be fine. He's doing great. John is actually, let me tell you something. John is doing fantastic. John's never been better. Okay. So far, so good. I think we could take an engine failure right now and still be okay. So that's good. Oh shit, I don't have hot staging set up. Oh, fuck. Is that going to mess with anything? No, it took it. Okay, good. That was close. We're getting good flight data on all of our engines. These are up to 6,000 units. Our core stage is up to 2,600. But these are more unreliable by default, so that's chill. Okay, stage separation. Good separation. Nice little Korolev cross. Looks beautiful. Okay, and we're on to our full duration burn of the RD108. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, this is going pretty well. Like, as well as things typically go, I would say. I'm going to do a little bit of time warping here. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. Okay, fairing separation, good. We are in space now, so I will get all this science running, because there is a little bit extra science we can do. I will enable the RCS early, because I think it could help a little bit in terms of control. Then we have so much RCS. Actually, I'm not going to do that, because I need that to be over a ton. So I'm not going to do that. I lied. Alright, let's check out our starting reliability here. We have a 10% chance it doesn't start. Once it starts, it's very reliable. But there's a 10% chance it's not going to ignite. Oh boy, that is stressful. Please, one time for the one time, just ignite that fucking engine. Please. Because we have literally no flight data on it. We've never flown it before. Alright, one time for the one time. For John's family. Good ignition. Good separation. Okay, if it doesn't fail right at the start, it's going to work. This number needs to get up. Yes! Come on! Okay. It could still fail. But it is very unlikely. John's family might be safe. I'm not going to speak too soon. But they might be safe. Alright, we have another 100 seconds on the burn. We are in 4x time warp right now, so it's going to come a little quicker. Okay, come on. 70 seconds. 60 seconds. 50 seconds. 40 seconds. 30. 20. 10. Out of time warp. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Come on, guys. We fucking did it. That's huge. That's like, you cannot comprehend how massive that is. It's like bigger than the low taper fade meme. Alright, we're going to disable those avionics. That's going to give us how long? We're going to have 40 days up here with the electricity we have on board. It's pretty damn good. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of time warping here, just so we can click both the contracts off. Okay, bio contract is done. This is running, so we are getting all this science. It's not a lot of science at first, but, you know, it's going to run over time. We need 1% of the cosmic ray, which is done. We have done it. Both contracts complete, which means we can separate the satellite from the main body. And that's it, guys. This thing will be up here for the next 30-ish days, depending on how good the solar panels hit. So it depends, but something like that. Solar panels aren't doing a lot, but they're extending its life a little bit. We're streaming signs down to the ground. When are the solar panels? Well, those little tiny ones are the only ones we have. So they don't do a lot, to be honest. But you know, it's chill. Radiation belts discovered. We have some science, we got some rep, and most importantly, we can complete this program so early. So early. Program complete. We're going to take crude orbit here. We'll probably take this on normal speed. Yeah, I don't think we can take fast. We could take this. This is kind of overpowered. But it's meant to be more realistic because there was like lunar funding. Pre-moon. Oh yes, like there was like more funding than these like actually give. But I don't know. We're gonna take crude orbit for now, and we'll take it at normal speed. And then once we have the extra slot, which we will have 42-ish days. Yeah, right now we're losing money just because we're reconditioning the pad. Just finish that process, and then we're going to be gaining money. Once we finish the admin building, we can then take another program. So I think we will quickly just time warp till that's complete. Because now, I probably am going to take this. Yeah, we're just going to take that. And then now we got a little bit of money. So, okay, cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. Ball Muncher, what the hell, dude? We're just ending the stream, man. I'm sorry, dude. Anyway, that is the last thing we were doing today. Thank you all for being here. Wait, let me go to mission control. I got to talk to you guys here. No, it's all good, bro. Thank you guys for being here today. We'll go and raid somebody on Twitch. Let me find somebody really quick. But thank you all for being here. I will try and stream tomorrow. I work tomorrow, so we'll see. If I do, it'll probably be early in the day. So I will send a text to the Discord about that. But here we go. I found a raid target, so we're going to raid them for the YouTube stream. Thank you guys for being here. And I will see everybody next time. So hop in the raid, everybody. Let's go show some love to this guy. So anyway, have a good one, everybody.